Good evening. Well, a quiet start to the working week, and some of us did see the sunshine today across eastern areas. This lovely picture sent in from Carnoustie on the east coast itself. Any showers dying away this evening, then a predominantly dry night with clear spells. We do have some rain lying across Shetland that will sink into Orkney and the far north during tonight. A fresh northeasterly wind across Shetland, but light winds across the mainland, and we'll see some fairly extensive mist and fog developing tonight, particularly down towards this southwest corner. Lows typically of around about 4 or 5 Celsius, maybe lower through parts of inland Aberdeenshire and the East Highlands. So that mist and fog could be an issue first thing tomorrow, again particularly down towards the southwest, the Inner Hebrides as well. So rain initially across the far north will gradually die away. We hold on to thicker cloud across the far north and the Northern Isles, but elsewhere it's a brightening up process, and we'll see spells of sunshine and 1 or 2 afternoon showers developing too. But generally a lot of dry weather in between times. Highs tomorrow of around about 12 or 13 Celsius, feeling cooler though on the east coast itself. Any showers tending to die away as we head into tomorrow evening. Then generally we're looking at a dry night with some clear spells, although cloudier towards the east coast. And that's your forecast. Good evening. It's been an exceptionally long spell of wintry weather, and that's about to come to an end as we head through the overnight period and through the coming week as well, with areas of low pressure coming in our way during the course of the week, introducing windy conditions, rain, but also much milder air as well. But for tonight, we do have a yellow Met Office warning in force for both snow and ice for the northern half of the country, as we have a band of rain, sleet and hill snow pushing in across the southwest, extending across the country. Now, the main focus of the snow will be over higher ground, but there will be some ice as well, thanks to the cold temperatures here early on this evening. But it becomes drier across the south. Quite a strong wind coming in with that rain, sleet and snow as well. Overnight lows in the south, around about 3-4 Celsius lower in the north. So a cloudy start to tomorrow with that band of rain, sleet and snow sitting across the northern half of the country. In the south, there'll be a dampness first thing, but it's an improving day with a ridge of high pressure building in, pushing away all that wet stuff, and then it starts to brighten up in a much better look to the afternoon. 1 or 2 showers always affecting more western parts. The winds do ease too. The rest of the UK, again, it's an improving day. A blustery start, rain clearing away from the southeast, and look at the temperatures, 10 to 12 Celsius in the south, and up here in Scotland we're looking at highs of 8 degrees. Into tomorrow evening, it's largely dry, give or take the odd shower in the west, and then as we head into Tuesday, we're still holding on to that ridge of high pressure, but then the next front approaches, dry to start with, and a band of rain pushing in across the southwest, wind strengthening as well, but those temperatures will be mild. Good evening. Well, we didn't see very much in the way of rain today. In fact, it was predominantly dry, and the dry conditions holding as we head through tonight. And here's a beautiful sunrise sent in by one of our weather watchers from the beautiful island of Shetland. Now, into this evening, there is a wee bit of rain just up towards this northwest corner, but actually not amounting to much. It clears away very quickly. And tonight we'll see quite a lot of cloud, but some clear spells breaking through that cloud at times, particularly across the north. And we start to see colder air feeding up from the south. It means we will see a frost in spite of the cloud. Temperatures widely down to 1 or 2 Celsius and lower in rural spots, although for the Western Isles and the Northern Isles those temperatures well above freezing. Brisk winds along the west coast, touching gale force even across the Western Isles for a time. So tomorrow we start to see a slight change in the winds as they back into the southeast, drawing all the cold air up from the south across Scotland, so it will turn noticeably colder tomorrow. A dry start, a frosty start in places as well, and we will see spells of sunshine tomorrow. Not a bad day in spite of the cold. Still holding on to breezier winds along the west coast and indeed the east coast as well. Come the afternoon, we'll see some cloud developing across the southwest, but not really spoiling the day. I think we'll see some brighter sunny spells. The best in the sunshine tending to be for inland parts. I think we'll see good spells of sunshine for Kintyre, thicker cloud towards North Argyll and the Western Isles. Lovely sunshine across the far north tomorrow, and temperatures here about 6 or 7 Celsius, similarly for the Northern Isles. More cloud generally for Shetland. We'll hold on to cloudier skies right on the east coast itself. It will feel really quite cold in that brisk southeasterly wind. Temperatures further south really struggling with 2 or 3 Celsius at best. Very little changes as we head towards the end of the day and into tomorrow evening. In fact, I think the wind's easing. We'll see a fairly widespread frost, a very cold night to come. Actually, the high pressure over Europe is strong enough to hold all the weather fronts at bay for the time being. So Friday, all in all, looks cold to start with, frosty, but a lot of dry weather in the forecast, and it will be sunny as well. That's your forecast. Good evening. Incredibly mild today with a top temperature of 15 Celsius, but the cloud did break to this beautiful sunset from Islay. And actually over the next few days, unseasonably quiet weather, which is pretty good for getting out and about. So as far as this evening is concerned, you can see we have this weather front crossing the country, but high pressure to the continent, keeping things really settled. It's almost a battle between low pressure and the high is winning with any weather fronts introducing just more in the way of cloud and a wee bit of rain, and come the weekend, things really do settle down. So into this evening, we still have some rain lying across this probably the spine of the country actually. It tries to move eastwards in towards that high, dying away, leaving us with a legacy of cloud, maybe a few spots of rain and drizzle here and there, but clearing skies already across the Northwest Highlands and the Western Isles, allowing temperatures to fall away not far off the freezing mark, if not below, possibly a touch of frost elsewhere, holding up at around 6 or 7 Celsius. So tomorrow we will have some patchy rain and drizzle towards western areas. As southerly winds start to pick up, though, it does improve things. It allows the clouds to thin and break as we head through the course of the day. In towards the afternoon time, we'll see less in the way of rain and more in the way of dry weather actually, and come the afternoon, maybe a few spots of rain and drizzle over the likes of the southern uplands, some hill fog here. North of the central belt though, we should see something brighter, and towards the likes of Kintyre, North Argyll, the West Highlands, some sunshine coming through. Then we pick up on the drizzly conditions in that southerly wind driving into the Perthshire Hills, southern parts of the Highlands. Sunny spells around the Inverness area and the Northwest Highlands, actually not looking too bad here, rather cloudy and windy over the Northern Isles, but temperatures a wee bit lower than we saw today, but still above the seasonal average. There's very little daylight left now at this time of year, but we'll see still some brightness towards the west as we head towards dusk, and dry for a time before we see the next weather front moving in across western Scotland. It doesn't really get very far across the country during tomorrow night. So on Friday, it starts off with that rain in the west, gradually shrinking towards Argyll, the Glasgow area, and then it will kind of die away as we head through the day, and it brightens up. It will feel cooler on Friday, but it will be a mainly dry day. Good morning. Well, it's fair blowing a hoolie out there this morning. We do have a Met Office yellow be aware warning for those widespread gales across the country into the severe category across parts of northern Scotland. So you can expect disruption and also restrictions on some of our bridges. So it's a very windy start today. Blustery showers in the mix as well. And we're looking at some heavy ones too, possibly thundery as well. And they'll feed in across the country as we head through the course of the day. Squally in nature. Now, into the afternoon, those gales finally abate, although it stays quite breezy or quite brisk winds really across northern parts, but we do lose the gales. Still holding on to the showers, but there'll be fewer across the northeast and the eastern borders. Some heavy ones running through the central lowlands come the end of the day and into the afternoon, and they will be heavy at times as well across more western parts. Cool today, 13 or 14 Celsius. Further showers to come this evening and tonight, mainly in the west. Some clear spells in the east leading to a chilly night, but the winds do ease. A very good evening to you. Well, typical April fare of sunshine and showers today, but we have seen some lovely weather watches pictures. This dramatic one here sent in from the Isle of Lewis, and another one from Stirling there with a double rainbow there in the background. Now we're just the north side of the jet stream, which means we're seeing still frequent showers coming in across western Scotland tonight, a few sharp ones as well, but becoming drier in the east with lengthy clear spells during the overnight period. Maybe the odd rumble of thunder, some hail mixed in those heavy showers. Quite chilly across the eastern Scotland, potential lows of around about 1 Celsius for the northeast, possibly a touch of frost, more typically around 3 to 5 Celsius. Still quite a brisk wind running across the mainland certainly, but across the Northern Isles those winds easing, as will the showers. Tomorrow morning starts dry and sunny across the east, showers from first light across western Scotland, and come the afternoon, after a dry start across the Northern Isles, we will see 1 or 2 showers coming into Shetland, but plenty of dry, bright weather certainly for Orkney tomorrow, with light winds here too. More of a wind running across the far north of the mainland, bringing some showers. Fewer showers, I think, towards the likes of Angus, Tayside and the Edinburgh area down towards the borders, but those showers quite heavy across parts of the west. Again, the odd rumble of thunder at times and possibly some hail mixed in. The showers will become confined to western Scotland as we head through the overnight period. Some dry spells, clear spells I should say, for central, southern and eastern Scotland. Then on Friday, it's very much a repeat performance. It will start off dry across eastern Scotland, but plenty of showers and first light across western areas. Temperatures rising to around about 11 or 12 Celsius with lighter winds on Friday. Those showers will be quite slow moving at times, might take their time to shift away, and we'll see fewer showers across the Northern Isles. So low pressure definitely driving our weather come the weekend. The winds go into the north, and that means we'll see cooler air sweeping in across Scotland. There'll be some showers, there'll be some brighter sunny spells, but certainly turning that wee bit cooler. That's your forecast. A very good evening to you. It turned out to be a fairly cloudy day with some rain at times, especially in the west, but well enjoyed by one of our friends here, sent in by one of our weather watchers. But the coming week is looking predominantly dry with near normal temperatures as well, so nothing too dramatic in the forecast. Into this evening, well, we have this weather front crossing the country, introducing cloud and outbreaks of showery rain. It does clear away, leaving much of Scotland dry with fairly lengthy clear spells tonight. We'll see a number of heavy showers across the Northern Isles and the far north. A bit of a breeze here, but lighter winds across the mainland. Lows typically of around about 7 to 10 Celsius. So into tomorrow, it's a lovely start. The day actually dry with good sunny spells. Those heavy showers across the Northern Isles and the far north will gradually pull away as we head through the morning, so improving here as well. During the afternoon, we'll start to see some cloud bubbling up for inland areas, producing the odd shower. Now, those showers will mainly be a high ground feature, I should say. But temperature-wise, again, as I said, near normal for the time of year, 17-18 Celsius at best, and winds will be mainly light. Into tomorrow evening, we ended the day on a fine note, some sunshine, any cloud melting away. Then we start to see the first signs of a wee bit of rain just approaching the far southwest as we head towards dusk. And it's this area of low pressure which will introduce a little rain at the moment across southern Scotland come Tuesday morning. But then you can see the ridge of high pressure to the north of us, and that will start to dominate things as we head through the course of the working week. So into Tuesday, a wet start in the south, particularly the far south, dry and sunny in the north, maybe the odd passing shower. Then gradually we'll start to see that rain pooling away and brightening up in the far south later in the day. That's your forecast. Good evening. Well, the benefit of having such an early dusk is we see some lovely early sunsets. This one sent in by one of our weather watchers. And actually, for much of Scotland, it's a dry start to the evening. We lose any patchy rain from the southwest, but we do have a band of quite squally showers about to feed into the far north, and they will be quite heavy as well, accompanied by strong to gale force westerly winds, but the ease and the winds ease as well. And it's dry pretty much across the country with clear skies, and we will see a frost in the shelter spots in the countryside as well, as temperatures fall close to freezing, if not a degree below. But in towns and cities, generally around 2 to 4 Celsius. Now, we may well see some fog forming come tomorrow morning. I think areas prone will be around Glasgow, the central lowlands and through the glens as well. So tomorrow starts off dry with that risk of fog first thing. It could be quite slow to clear if you do see it, but a lot of dry, sunny weather first thing, and actually a pretty nice day for much of the country. However, signs of a change as cloud increases across the Western Isles and the West Coast as we head through the course of the day. So tomorrow afternoon, it's dry for the Northern Isles after a bright sunny morning. The clouds starting to push in here during the afternoon. Similarly for the Western Isles with the first signs of some rain. But generally across the country, I think we're looking at a pretty pleasant day. Some hazy sunshine coming and going. In the east, the best of the sunshine. Temperatures generally ranging from around 6 to 8, maybe 9 or 10 Celsius in some sheltered spots. So really a nice day. And winds starting to pick up along the west coast. Again, a sign of things to come. So as far as daylight hours go, we hold on to the dry conditions with some late sunshine as well as we approach dusk. But then that weather front starts to get its act together across the Western Isles, a rain gathering force, the winds picking up all the while. So as we head into tomorrow night, the overnight period, we'll see this band of squally rain pushing across the country, accompanied by strong winds, those winds reaching gale force in the north. So a wet and windy night for everyone at some point. Now the rain does clear away from the south and the winds ease here. In the north, some brisk winds and some showers, but generally a lot of dry, sunny weather, but it will feel noticeably colder on Thursday. That's your forecast. A very good evening to you. At last, I bring good news weather-wise. If we take a look at this Weather Watchers picture, I'm going to burst the meteorological myth that when the coups are lying down, it's going to rain. Not this time, I'm glad to say. We still have a number of showers across eastern Scotland to contend with. They'll gradually fade. Elsewhere, a dry evening, some fine sunshine, then dry overnight with fairly lengthy clear spells as well. And that in turn will lead to quite a chilly night in places. Temperatures as low as 4 or 5 Celsius in some rural parts, around about 8 to 10 degrees in our towns and cities. So a fine start to tomorrow, maybe a few mist and fog patches in low-lying areas initially. They'll burn off quickly, then good sunny spells developing, but we do have an area of cloud feeding into Fife and Lothians and borders, generating a few showers as we head through the day, but certainly they will start to clear away later in the afternoon. For the Northern Isles and Lewis, the north coast, a bit more of a breeze here, a bit more cloud, perhaps maybe the odd passing shower, but very fleeting. Elsewhere, though, plenty of dry, sunny weather. Now, temperatures will rise to around about 17 or 18 Celsius at best. Maybe a wee bit of fair weather cloud bubbling up as we head through the afternoon, but you can see across the board it's a pretty good day. That southeast corner eventually losing those showers. So as we head towards the evening time, it will brighten up here with some late sunshine as well. So a fine evening to come Friday night. Might be your last chance to get the barbecue out and dry overnight with lengthy clear spells, and this in turn leading to quite a chilly night as well, with again a few mist and fog patches forming come Saturday morning. So here we are, the pressure chart. High pressure holding on for Saturday and part of Sunday as well, but then we have this approaching weather front which will bring some rain late Saturday night and into Sunday. But Saturday starts off on quite a cool or fresh note, but plenty of sunshine from first night. A great day to be getting out and about, and temperatures responding well. We could see 21, 22 Celsius for the northeast. Then on Sunday it starts dry, but rain spreading into the west, slowly moving across the country. Good evening. Well, for the last couple of days it's been an east-west split, and tonight will be no different, with further showers and cloudy skies across eastern Scotland, including the Northern Isles. Those showers have been driven in on quite brisk easterly winds across eastern areas, but lighter winds further west, clear skies as well, and those temperatures falling away quite sharply tonight. We will see values falling to -2, -3 for the northwest Highlands, down to around freezing if not below through parts of the central Highlands. Can expect a frost in rural parts and some mist and fog patches, particularly for the Inverness area and running down the Great Glen. Elsewhere around 5 or 6 degrees. So we start to lose that brisk easterly wind tomorrow, still bringing a few showers initially across the eastern areas. It'll be a lovely start to the day for the west and south. Good sunny spells, but chilly first thing. Those showers tend to become confined to eastern coastal areas, so a brighter day to come for eastern parts, and actually a lovely day for most of us with light winds. Still feeling cold though in that easterly airflow, highs of around 10 Celsius. Good evening. It's been an exceptionally long spell of wintry weather, and that's about to come to an end as we head through the overnight period and through the coming week as well, with areas of low pressure coming in our way during the course of the week, introducing windy conditions, rain, but also much milder air as well. But for tonight, we do have a yellow Met Office warning in force for both snow and ice for the northern half of the country, as we have a band of rain, sleet and hill snow pushing in across the southwest, extending across the country. Now, the main focus of the snow will be over higher ground, but there will be some ice as well, thanks to the cold temperatures here early on this evening. But it becomes drier across the south. Quite a strong wind coming in with that rain, sleet and snow as well. Overnight lows in the south, around about 3-4 Celsius lower in the north. So a cloudy start to tomorrow with that band of rain, sleet and snow sitting across the northern half of the country. In the south, there'll be a dampness first thing, but it's an improving day with a ridge of high pressure building in, pushing away all that wet stuff, and then it starts to brighten up in a much better look to the afternoon. 1 or 2 showers always affecting more western parts. The winds do ease too. The rest of the UK, again, it's an improving day. A blustery start, rain clearing away from the southeast, and look at the temperatures, 10 to 12 Celsius in the south, and up here in Scotland we're looking at highs of 8 degrees. Into tomorrow evening, it's largely dry, give or take the odd shower in the west, and then as we head into Tuesday, we're still holding on to that ridge of high pressure, but then the next front approaches, dry to start with, and a band of rain pushing in across the southwest, wind strengthening as well, but those temperatures will be mild. A very good evening to you. It's been a rather breezy, showery day, all down to this area of low pressure sailing across the north of the country, and to the flank of that low you can see we have quite tight isobars, meaning some windy conditions tonight and indeed first thing tomorrow. But the benefit of these showers are some lovely pictures sent in by our weather watchers. You can see here from Sutherland and the Northwest Highlands we've got a double rainbow, so that is one pleasant thing we do reap from those showers. Into this evening, further showers, heavy at times as well across western Scotland in particular, possibly thundery, drier in the east, but still 1 or 2 showers making it through here. Quite a brisk southwesterly wind, strong at times through the central lowlands and across southern Scotland, and it will be mild with those winds keeping temperatures up at 10 or 11 Celsius. So tomorrow it will be a windy start to the day for the central lowlands, for the south. Frequent showers initially, particularly across western Scotland, but lighter winds in the north, and actually for the northeast, Caithness and the Northern Isles, a pretty good day, dry with some sunny spells. The showers become fewer and lighter as we head through the day and more confined to western areas. But actually, as far as the rest of the UK is concerned, Northern Ireland, 1 or 2 passing showers, but during the day we start to see a ridge of high pressure building in from the southwest, dampening things down. So a lot of dry weather with some brighter sunny spells, and temperatures around about 18-19 Celsius. Similar values up here in Scotland as well, and the winds continue to ease as we head into tomorrow evening, with just a few showers coming and going in the west tomorrow night. Then on Tuesday, it's an east-west split, quite a number of showers in the west, far fewer in the east. A very good evening to you. Well, it's been another stunning day across the country, and here, red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning, but certainly not today. A beautiful sunrise for one of our weather watchers, and the week ahead is looking very settled indeed, and here's why. Across Scandinavia, we have this expansive area of high pressure exerting its influence right across the UK, and not just Scotland. It's keeping all these weather fronts that we normally see at this time of year at bay, and it looks like staying pretty cast iron right through the working week, and there's signs it's going to stay with us through the weekend as well. So for us, it means dry weather, and in fact a dry evening to come and a dry night too, with clear spells. Always a bit more cloud towards the far west, and we'll introduce a wee bit of cloud rolling in from the North Sea across more eastern areas tonight. Quite breezy in coastal areas as well, with lighter winds inland. Overnight lows eventually settling at around, say, 7 to 10 Celsius. So a lovely start to the day tomorrow. A bit of a breeze. There'll be no mist and fog like we've seen of late. There will be a wee bit of cloud coming and going across eastern areas, but all in all, it's going to be a beautiful day. Temperatures not looking too bad either by the time we reach the afternoon time. In the sunshine, we could see highs of around 16 Celsius across southwest Scotland. The best of the sunshine tending to be across western areas, 15, 16 degrees, possibly 17 up to the northwest. Maybe a bit more cloud coming into the West Isles for a time, but it will certainly clear. And a bright day for the Northern Isles as well. Quite breezy here with a strong southeasterly at times. And similarly for eastern parts of Aberdeenshire, that cloud just filtering into the North Sea, turning the sky a bit brighter more than anything, so it still will be very pleasant indeed. Into the evening, well, very little changes. It stays dry. There'll be some sunshine as we head towards dusk, and indeed it will stay dry during the overnight period on Tuesday into Wednesday morning as well. So then we do it all again on Wednesday. It looks like a dry day. I think the cloud a wee bit thicker across eastern Scotland. A breezy day as well. Good sunny spells though in the west, highs of around 14 or 15 Celsius, and actually Thursday is looking very similar as well. That's your forecast.